Hi, Kathleen Easter. Jessica, Sherry, woohoo! Oh, you guys are awesome. Way to invite followers right out of the chute. You guys are awesome. So it's almost time. It's almost time. I'm all excited. I got to tell you a few things that I did. Jody, okay, I did a really long scope earlier, like an hour almost, 50 minutes or something like that, talking about how I prepared for my staycation that's coming up. And I had a few more things that happened. It looks like we have a few trolls in here, so if they get unruly, I'll block them before we get started here, so we'll just wait. But come on in, let's talk shop, because tomorrow is it for me. Staycation style writer's retreat. Hi, Brandon, or Brandy, whichever one's hiding behind there. You can't hear anything? Go out, and then come back in, Sherry. That was supposed to be lip sync for her. Oh, I missed the comment, something about kids. LaDawn is back. It's Brandon. Okay. Okay, good, Sherry, good. Let's see if that works for her. Jessica, somebody made a comment. I can't remember what else. I missed whatever was said. But, okay, so I wanted to tell you, I tried to do all the little tiny details that were nagging me so that I wouldn't have a reason to be distracted from inside. Yeah, is that better, Sherry? Can you hear me this time? Hope so. Sometimes that's just a Periscope thing. I've seen that before. So you have to tell me if you're working. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a simple one. Sort of matches the earrings if you don't look too close. It didn't work. I don't know what to tell you. Where? I don't know what to say. You'll have to catch the replay. Okay, so Sherry right there, even though she can't hear me, she's the one who is hosting me. She's out of town and she's playing with her family at a spring break family trip. And so she's letting me use her empty house. Isn't that fun? So it's tomorrow and I'm super excited. I'm hoping that I can get to bed early, which is like 10 o'clock. And is your phone volume up? Oh, me? Oh, is that better? Do you guys need my volume to be up? Does that help you guys? Hers. Okay. I don't know how to do that in mine. If she's even still in here, which... I've been fine? Okay, good. Volume up, which I'm sure she has it on. But Sherry, if you're in here, this is for you. Volume up? So that was for her. She's probably ditched me already. Volume up, Sherry? Volume up? When you're not getting kicked out. I think I must not have a very good connection up here because I think I've had that problem before. So I might slowly have to try to break into a few new places in my house that are closer to the internet source. The trick is I am comfortable up here and it's cute, and I don't know if you can hear the booming and banging, but my kids are watching the Scorch trials downstairs. Okay, good. You're not having any issues. Yeah, and your husband's on here too, Brandy. It's your own phone. That's funny. Well, hopefully she figures it out. I don't know what to say about that. That's too bad. But she's hosting me graciously. Yeah, two of the best. There you go. The Brandon Brandy Show. You are echoing. Oh, that's funny. And it's later over there. It's only 8 o'clock here, so it's getting early. So I did the whole long scope earlier. And I was telling everybody how I prepared my home, how I prepared what I took with me, the way I do that. That's funny. You guys are being a married couple on here. Yeah, well, it's long, so in and out is fine. I am knowing that the next couple days are going to be like this. They're just going to be I'm sharing my experience. So, but one of the things that happened is on Sandra, on the last one, not Sandra, Audra York, she was in here and she was sharing her writing stuff a little bit, and she encouraged me to post a link inside of our Author for the Author group for people to put up their best and most used and favorite links, not self-promotion ones, but the ones that we use as a resource. Hi, Team Shanty. I don't recognize your name. But so we're excited. We're going to jump in tomorrow. And so I'll do the Author for the Author show, at 9 in the morning. I may get on sooner if I'm over there and all settled up just to say hi and to say what we're doing, but I'll definitely get on at 9. Do the normal Writer's Encouragement show, And then it's a free-for-all after that when I'm on and off. You guys are going to be my chocolate and my candy and my reward and my get up and move around and use the brain. So expect the fancy mom bun hair and comfy jeans, or not jeans, comfy yoga pants and my grandma old lady sweater that's really warm. And we will see how this goes. I'm kind of excited. So I'm really excited. So I have to tell you though, the details that I cleared off my plate today that turned out to be kind of exciting. Do you remember I told you that I had an opportunity to enter the magazine little dealie the other night? I actually sent that in. So officially I have sent in a proposal submission. I mean, it's a tiny little nano fiction, but it's off. It did it. It's off. And do you remember even longer ago when I told you guys that I was working on trying to be the person who would represent Bethany House Publishing and use their Periscope handle to kind of jump in and jump out and promote them on their scope, kind of actually log in and log out under their name. They said no to that, which was fine. They said their entire operation, everything they do for publicity is such a big company that everything has to go through procedure of checks and balances. And there's no way to filter Periscope that closely. But the cool part is that I still made the connection with the publicist, the marketing director for Bethany House. And she has been in contact with me more than once back and forth. And she's picking my brain about Periscope and how to teach her new rookie authors, not rookie as in they're rookie authors, but rookie to Periscope people, how to do it. And she's using me as a source, and she's using, she's going to send them my way when they're getting their feet wet, and possibly going to use some of the statistics behind, I'm hoping she'll be able to figure out a way to test statistics based off of what's happening in Periscope. Because like the Dear Mr. Knightley book that I've been talking about for weeks, because we're going to interview her next week, and I haven't even met with her yet. That's supposed to happen this week. That author, Catherine Ray, I was talking about it, and then Cultivating the Lovely, bold turquoise, Mackenzie Monroe, she got excited about it, and she told Crystal Payne, and Crystal Payne ended up reading the book. And this last week, she posted it up on her Instagram, and I think she might have Periscoped a tiny bit about it. I haven't seen Crystal Payne on Periscope. I wonder if I accidentally blocked her. Sometimes you got to check who you block, because if you accidentally block the wrong person and you don't notice, then all of a sudden you're not getting their feeds anymore, and so it's weird. So I think I might need to go check her, because it's been a while. She's a regular Periscoper, and I haven't seen her on there a while. Okay, so see, I might have missed her. I might have messed it up, so I'm gonna go check. But she posted it out, and she obviously, she's got like 50,000 people on her Instagram account, and there's like 400 or 500 people who just liked that one post. So her reach is huge, and that trickle effect can be measured by publicist people. They have their software to do that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how much she utilizes me. But she did offer that anytime I want to get a hold of one of their authors to ask them if I could do an interview, she would help me do that. She would facilitate that. And she said if I interview any of the Bethany House authors, then we get to give away books for them. So at least one. And so I'm excited about that. And I mean, I think that will only help. I'm hoping that she'll give me a master list of all of the fiction people who are published by Bethany House, because it's really hard to see everybody, not including the nonfiction. Not that I wouldn't do a nonfiction here and there, but I am a fiction girl. That's all there is to it. So I'm kind of hoping that she would eventually consider it worth her while to send me copies of the book so that I have them in my hands, because it's a pretty powerful thing when the book is like in your hands and I can hold it up and you guys can see it and I can have read it and stuff like that. So we'll see. Kind of interesting. So another thing that I did that I wasn't expecting it to be super fun, and I'm getting ready to share a resource with you guys. So, let me see. I got to figure out what the name of that was again. I closed out something. Hold on a second. Nick Kelly. Oh, that's what it was called. I remembered. Did you see that? I had a little brain bump and I solved my own problem. I wanted to show you guys this thing. So, I think this is a resource. If you are, is there anybody in here? I don't have very many people in the room. It's late night for the East Coasters. Anybody interested in being a reader for big Christian fiction publishing houses, like when they want to get the book out on the market, and then you would have to leave reviews and stuff, but are you interested in being connected with that behind the scenes? Is there any hearts or comments for that? So I guess I'll share, since I'm going to probably have the replay. Okay, so most influencers, like if usually you make a connection with an author, and somehow, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, wow, you're interested. Okay, so if you're interested, then you would usually make a connection with the author, and then they will ask you if you want to be an influencer or a launch team person. And we've talked about that on other scopes, so I don't want to go into exactly what the difference between those things are. But usually the publishing house will send you as a first round of publication, like at the very beginning when they're first launching a book. So if it's your favorite author, they're not going to send you the back 20, but they might send you the next release so that you can get the word out. Does that make sense? But do you guys remember the author Rosanna White that we just had on here? And do you remember how she said that her new release was coming out at the beginning of April, the 1st of April or whatever? 5th of April, something. Did it work, Sherry? Sherry's back in here, so I'm going to hold up my sign. If she can't hear me, then I'm putting this up. If she can hear me, she can make fun of me. Volume up. That's what we're checking to see. Volume up. Let's see if she figured that out. It worked! Yay! So Sherry's in. Awesome! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so if you're interested in the reading thing, and we'll be in her house when you see it. She's so much a part of my team. You guys have no idea. But Rosanna White sent me a galley link, which I'd never heard of before. And it's basically, she sent me a digital copy of the book, and I could either download it to a Kindle or download it to my computer and then put it on something. And Bethany House invited me. So I'm going to turn it around because I want you to see the website and I'll hold on, here we go. Okay. So NetGalley, so you actually get on NetGalley. I'll just leave it here for a second, and you guys can use this to take a screenshot and actually catch it. So you go into NetGalley and you make an account, which is just like everything else, where you do your email and you create a name and a password. Well, then they have all of the, excuse me, publishing houses in there. Request. You can make a request to be on there, and they have you sign in as what kind of influencer you want to be. So it'll say, are you just going to leave Amazon Goodreads reviews? You click that box, and then you're in, and you get an invitation, and they decide if they're going to give it to you or not. So it'll work if you have a digital way to download your book. But I don't think this is, you don't just have to do Bethany House. You can do all of the big publishing houses. You can set yourself up, and then they would give it to you if you so choose. I think that's how that works. It's a way to get, it says feed your readers. It's the idea that they're going to start, they're going to throw the rock in the pond and start the ripple effect to get the word out about a new book. And I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So there's a ton of different books in there. But you don't go by book. You go by publishing house. So start paying attention to the publishing houses of your favorite authors. So that sent off the publication thing. I sent off the blog thing for the Splickety magazine. Super cool. I connected with the Bethany House author lady. And then I got my free book downloaded from Rosanna White, which I wasn't expecting that. And the lady from Bethany House that I've been in contact with, she's the one whose name is on the free galley that I just got from Rosanna White too. So it's kind of cool. I had to see what the publicist's job actually is. Brandy, you would probably be interested in that too. Yeah. Yeah, so you'll want to watch the replay, Brandy. I just turned it around and showed a website that I think is, yeah, she wasn't. She just came back in, so I'm not sure. She must have been doing mommy stuff. It's called NetGalley, and I think it's a way for you as a reader to approach them and have them make you be somebody where you get a free copy of the book in exchange for a reviews on Goodreads and NetGalley. So if you watch the replay, Brandy, you'll see me explain it all a little bit more detailed from what I could tell. Hi, Audra. Audra in the house. Whoop, whoop. So, Audra, I did what you said on our Author for the Author group. I posted a graphic asking for people's favoritist, most helpful. Did you see it? Woohoo! That was for you. That was for you. So, I'm super excited. You guys, I haven't even had any caffeine, but I'm already starting to get that little adrenaline. Because my husband's excited. He's on board. There's no problem with my kids. I know some about already because of Connie Lynn Cossett. You know about NetGalley? Is that how she got you the book? Are you being a beta reader for her? No grape soda. No, I don't like that stuff. Just say no. But I did get some stuff. You are, Brandy. That is awesome. Well, Brandy, I am asking for you when you get done reading it. Our Connie Lynn Cossett's is April 5th. Do you already have your copy of her book, her new one? Because you might get to read it. Did she make me a beta reader? I don't think I'm on it already. Did you get it already? No, I don't have the hard copy yet. Okay, so I am too. But what they've switched to lately is not giving us the book until after the release date. Yeah, mailed to you soon. So we'll have to see. But Brandy, what I actually need to filter this. So you might think about this. I would like somebody to do scopes on a regular basis that are truly and purely, if you've read a book, read the book and then have a discussion afterwards. So even if you're a slow reader, say you read like slow, one book a month, you would still have 12. By the end of the year, you would have 12 book reviews where you're holding the book in your hand and you're talking about the writer, because I would like to have a partner in crime with that. You're not a slow reader. See, I need somebody who will help me. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all of the reading. So I would like a group of us. Like, what if you read a book and I read a book and Jody read a book and Audra read a book? I don't even know if we have similar tastes, but if we read different ones and then we did a pass this cast on a book, a fiction book read, where we could tell about it without giving it away, say what we think was strengths, whatever. And just be ourselves and have a cast. Oh no, Audra's shy. She's a shy. Yeah, so cool. Okay. So, and I need to find, and promote it and get the news out. And then we can drop those links in other places. Audra, are you going to let us talk you into scoping at all? I was kind of hoping that we could at least get an introductory one on you for inside our Author for the Author group. Yeah, book review scopes. Perfect. I need some help. And I really, really, really need one of you guys who's interested in fantasy, because fantasy sci-fi, Christian fantasy sci-fi, because that's the ones that I don't really care to read, but I'd like to. Yes, we want you to. You. Okay, so Brandy, we need to connect and start talking about our reading lists, and maybe I will do scopes that do that, where we can. You love the weird stuff. Yeah, so I have some names for you you can use your library or whatever. I don't care how you get the book, but I'll get some names to you, and I don't want it to interfere with your writing, but if you can choke down a couple books a month and do a review of them, and so fiction, and I know that there's lots of our Mommy Scopes groups, and there's lots of the Cultivating the Lovely ladies who do the nonfiction side, and not that you can't do the nonfiction, but I really need a couple more people that will team up with me to educate for book review style for the reader side of my Writer's Encouragement show. So like I could start saying this is the reader side. So like, I mean, it would just be kind of fun. I don't know. So food for thought, and it gives us an outflow for the reading. So maybe we can start with me and you, Brandy, and get going on that. Because you always, when you talk books, you learn a ton. So the other thing I think I'm going to do is, you know how I name mine, this is the Staycation style retreat, and I name the Writer's Encouragement one, and I let you guys know if it's lightweight, like just chit-chatting, not important, or night scopes, just about nonsensy stuff. I think I'm going to slowly bring up books by author and chit chat about the authors and introduce, because I don't think a lot of there's readers and then there's the not exposed inside of our mommy scopes and our Cultivating the Lovely. And I would like to facilitate, I would like to be a source where people start to figure out what their preference is inside the Christian fiction market. And I don't really read a ton outside of the Christian fiction market, but I read enough that I could do a few recommendations here and there based off of what I've done, whether it's like cozy mysteries. I'm a cozy mystery fan, or classics a little bit, or what else do I do? Oh, like Regency time period, but they're usually in a safe, morally safe package. That's what I like to read. But so there's some room to stretch out a little for the reader side of my world, and where, you know, if we're talking nonsense, if we're talking shop, if we're talking planners and art and creativity, there's nothing like having a stack of books that are awesome. Yeah. Learning style helps the reader engage. Yeah, and to introduce it, if you hear about it, you're more likely to pick a book up. If you have 10 books that look kind of the same, you're more likely to read it. I mean, you guys have seen most of my books that are right here, but this is my, you know. So, you know, if I talk, like, this is Carrie Taransky. She was in the scope earlier, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm on a Downton Abbey kick, and I'm got my daughter connected into it, so we're going to share that. So that's this. This is Regency, which is earlier. This is 1910s. This is like the late 1800s, I think, but it's England, so it's not the settlers, but it's all the bells and balls and whatchamacallit, the dukes and those guys. And I know her, so I think I can get her to come in. Hi, Brandon. And then, of course, the other ones. And this is one I'm supposed to read because she's apparently sort of like mine. But she's more 1700s settlers time period out here where I'm at, I think. Mountain people. So we'll see. But, like, these are the ones I keep showing you over and over again. But I have a huge collection, so I think I could do that. You over here interrupt my scope? Were you scoping? I didn't see you. I looked first. I didn't see you. I must have timed it just right. Maybe we were getting on at the same time. Well, was yours good? Should we go get in there on yours? What was your scope about, Mr. Brandon? Tomorrow is the day, Brandon. I start my staycation style writer's read. Oh, you did a poem. I will totally watch your pre-play. How cool is that? Well, that's awesome. I'm sorry. We got a little traffic jam. I usually look before I leap on that, so maybe I did and then waited too long. He got back onto chat. Okay, so maybe I caught you right in the middle. I don't know. So, Brandon, I know you're a working guy, but if you can carve out any extra time tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, the accountability on Periscope, staycation style. And I've packed my bags. I've got my stuff ready to go. Even this stuff, you guys, this is Costco. It's upside down because we opened the package upside down like goobers. But these things are terribly awesome. This is going with me. Here's a weird contraption. When my neck and shoulders gets really tight, I have a neck injury, so I have to work on that. I can loosen up my neck if it gets tight. So this is called the stick. And this bad boy is going with me. I'm shooting for tomorrow and Thursday, but my hours will most likely be different from yours. Yay! But you're in. And Jody, you too. Your neck too. This is the most awesome tool ever if you need it. I can actually lay on there. I can lay on one end and roll it out. This is the best thing I've ever owned. Do I need to hold this up there again so you can see the brand name? Take a picture of it and go get one. They're not very expensive. Yeah, they're only like 30 bucks and it's the best thing ever. I rolling pin like the back of my neck, but I also, you see the hand grip on there? I'll stick this between my shoulders, you know, where it gets that down here. When I'm laying on it, I'll lay on it back like this and stick it down there between my shoulders and work out like hard. You know, that deep tissue massage that just needs it. And I literally 5 minutes with my stick and I'm a happy girl. So I'm taking the stick. And don't you make no jokes, Brandon, even if you're thinking them. But this is me. I'm putting in hours tomorrow, and sitting and writing for hours is super duper duper hard. It is physically demanding. It is really hard to stay comfortable that long. So I will be figuring out tricks at Sherry's house to stay comfortable. Yeah, be good, be good. I am so excited. I really am. Can you tell? I'm all lit up, which is super fun. Yeah, I would have them. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So I am going to be in and out all day tomorrow, and I'm not going to feel guilty about being random and weird and on here for no reason, because usually I have content. So content for the Writers Encouragement Show, and then the next 3 days is fair game. 4 to 5 pillows. That's right. Prop in my back. And Sherry has a ton of pillows, and she told me she's the blanket queen. Question? Is that supposed to be question? Yeah, ask me questions. Question. Go ahead. Shoot them out, because I'm excited. And if you think of anything, those of you who've done this kind of thing before, if you think of anything I'm forgetting, let me know. So I think tonight I'm going to, on purpose, veg and watch TV. And I'm going to try to go to bed early. And I'm going to have good quality devotions between tonight and tomorrow morning somewhere. Brandy, take a nap before the afternoon, rest your brain. Yes, I will be doing that. Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, that's the book from, what's her name? Bowl of Hot Mess and Tips. Baby, I will be bringing the hot mess, and you will see it, let me tell you. But it will be awesome sauce, and those are our words. Amen, poo, if Gianna was in here. That's right, we got it. That's our identity on here. So, so what was the question? Oh, inspiration. I don't look at inspiration the same as most people, and I don't look at writer's block as the same as most people. And so maybe this is something I could bring up on a serious writer's encouragement show. Maybe the rest of you guys can think this way too. But I've had times when I would think I had something that could be qualified as writer's encouragement. But here's the thing. If you're pulling out of your own brain and your own imagination by itself all the time, yeah, you're going to run out of yourself. You're going to run out of yourself. But if you're tucking into the inspiration that comes from the Lord, the sky is the limit. He has no limit. He's not limited by time or none of that stuff. And he says that his grace is sufficient in my weakness. So inspiration and all of that stuff, if I get stuck, I go to him, because usually there's a reason I'm stuck, and we quote work that out, and it doesn't take very long. So as far as distractions, I'm bringing my earplugs and I'm bringing my headphones. Even when I write at home, I write with earplugs in and headphones with film score music on it to make a white noise that I can handle that has no words in it. I can't listen to music with words in it. And Brandon, I don't know if you have to create a zone of quiet for your own mind, how you do that. Do you listen to music or anything while you're creating? To me, it would seem a little different if you're writing a poem, because it's you sit down and work. Where do you go film score music from? Pandora. Pandora is the awesome. Pandora, and I usually drop the things out of my ears when the commercials come on, because I'm too cheap to pay for it. And Audra's YouTube, and then there was some other place someone else had white noise music. You listen to music when you're actually creating, when you're writing. Yeah, I have to so as far as distraction, it'll take me a little bit to get settled in. Yeah, there you go. Moonnoise.net. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I took my notes and put them in another spot so I could have them for later. Yeah. Yeah, get everybody away from you. Because if they just interrupt even for a second, your best ideas are forgotten. I swear that's the truth sometimes. Inspiration when you get to your house tomorrow. Oh, inspiration. Uh-oh, that was a hint, you guys. Sherry's going to be taking care of me. That means there's a surprise for me over there. That's why it's hard. Okay, and I will tell you this, Brandy. It doesn't really matter what distractions happen at her house. Do you know how many distractions 5 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, a husband, and a partridge in a pear tree bring my way on a regular daily basis? So this staycation, the getting away and creating a quiet environment, that's my choice to be distracted or not. And I'm not taking my TV. Yeah, it only takes one, right? Yeah, that's right. So you guys understand, it doesn't take very much. You could be, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of ways to be distracted. It's easier not to be. So But you guys are going to see me. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now that when I get on a happy creative buzz, which I have to be a good girl and edit first. Did you hear that, Brandon? I'm doing the edits first. So it may be the only thing I get done. 2 dogs and an on-reeled cat. That's right. And you have a Brandon. He counts. You can't tell me he doesn't interrupt your thought from time to time. Yes, edits are coming first. That's tomorrow, right? I have 2 Yorkies and they distract me no end. Yeah, right when your train of thought is awesome. Your little puppies look like super fun too, though. And yeah, yep, they don't understand. They don't understand. It's 1 second and it can derail it. The other night I went to bed and I had a great idea. Like 2 nights ago, I went to bed and I had an idea and I'm like, oh, I should write this down. I'm going to forget. But my pen and paper were in the dark in 2 separate places. I hadn't put them back, so I didn't. Yes, you can't write it down fast enough. I get that. So I didn't write it down, and I repeated it in my head like 3 times so I would remember. Think I can remember it? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone where the extra socks go that get eaten in the washer and dryer. It's with them. I'm sure of it. Yeah, right with music. I do the no words music. So Celtic music or the old like orchestra kind. It's gone, yeah. So, and you know what's worse? When you have a good idea, I do earplugs and then them over the top or my Pandora just disappears. Yeah, headphones. So it's whatever. You got headphones? Yeah. You don't like it in your ears? Is that what you mean? You don't like it on headphones, Brandon? I kind of missed that. Yeah, me too. I'm starting to get an adrenaline rush. I'm a total adrenaline junkie. And if you don't know whether you're an adrenaline junkie or not, teach teenage drivers how to drive. That's my world these days. You let it play free out loud. Yeah, out loud. Yeah, I get that. So not on yours. Okay, so I do earplugs to hear my own heartbeat because it has a rhythm to it. And then I put the music on Pandora on the TV up here, which plays around. But when I intentionally did not learn how to work Sherry's sound system and TV, like if there's any special remote, do this, do that, because I don't want to know. I don't want to turn on her stuff because if I learn how to turn on the TV over there, it will make it much harder. Jenga radio is great, huh? I'm writing it down. Think I should have my notepad thingy out, but it's packed. Jenga radio. Yeah, wouldn't block out the banging on the door. Yes, but he knows. He's got some Spitfires in his house that look like little mini hymns. It's coming up for him. Yeah, but keep training your kids because knowing them when to interrupt you and when not to is okay to protect. Yeah, you got to hear the kids. Yeah, not really any commercial, and it's free. Okay, I will check it out and see. But the big kicker for me is it has to be music without words. But any of you guys, you might be able to. But as soon as I hear the words and it's repetitive, then my mind wants to go and sing the song and hear the song. So it's kind of different. You can have words. Yeah, you've probably been a music lover longer than me. So sometimes to me, when I hear a really good thing, I want to hear it. So I did all of that stuff. You love music. I can see that. Music is basically what you do, poetry. It's a different format, but if you break the music out of it, it's pretty much the same kind of thing. Oh, you like to make it too. You're a musician? I think you need to do a scope on that because I just popped like 14 questions in my head all at once. Yeah, start writing what the song says. Yeah. So tomorrow we take off. I'm going to be dressed comfortable and block my sound out. Yeah, could probably have words too. No, see, I think I would be normally, but 5 kids, you'd think I was prepared. Baritone, played in school. I'm a singer too, believe it or not. I sing, but in church has been my platform, but I'm actually I'm a background vocalist on an old church recording. I mean, it was professionally recorded in a CD. It's actually out there. One of the ladies inside of our Author for the Author group just reposted it on iTunes, but I'm a background vocal. Yeah, so I'm kind of an alto voice, but a mixed alto. So I kind of sound solely, nowhere close to like a, what's her name, Adele, but nowhere close to her, but in that soulish, bluesy, jazzy kind of sound. That's my thing, even though it's church music that I usually sing. But I definitely aim towards the book stuff over that. You don't have to lock yourself up. Yeah, no, I don't at home either. The kids kind of know when I kind of create in pockets. I try to do most of my writing when they're at school, but then if they know that I'm working towards finishing or whatever, then I will let them know and communicate really good. And I have a lot of history with my kids where they know that I'm all in. Like when we did isn't Zootopia just the other night. Yeah, no, they're not unrunning. That's just the way it is. Yeah, another computer. Yep, you got to do 2 setups. Yep, we had to do the same thing, Brandon. And her computer can even be down in the downstairs where everybody is. You knew they weren't, yeah. No, your kids seem pretty respectful. I always appreciate it when the kids, even if they interrupt a scope, you can tell the ones that have been trained and the ones who haven't. And I like it when, even if they're being kids and they're enjoying the environment of Periscope, they're still being good kids, which work on it now, because let me tell you, you do the work now when they're little, under 10, then you got it easy when they hit the teenage zone. Yeah, you will. Okay. So Zootopia. Yeah, I took my kids out. I played with them. I spent extra time. My girls have been girling out all day because it's spring break, right? I'm leaving the house way more than I should on a normal school vacation when everybody's home. So, I got work for 2 sons have jobs and are working. 3 sons, all my sons are going to be out working. So it's mostly going to be the girls at home. And one of them is recovering from strep throat. So there's really not much she should be doing anyways, except for vegging out. And, they decided that they missed, the 18th was their cat's birthday. So they missed it. So they're making cheesecake downstairs. Twist my arm for having baking children, right? I told you that. Happy birthday to the cat. We will take it, cheesecake style. But I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to do play. I'm not going to do any more responsibilities for the night. See you later, Brandon. And I'm going to play because I don't want to feel tempted to play tomorrow. And I'm going to try to go to bed early for me so that I can get this throat thing gone. Or, play. And I want you all to know that after I get done on Thursday, Friday is entirely a play night for me. Any reason for cheesecake right now. That's right. So I will see you on Author for the Author and on here. I can't wait. See you later. Bye.